Hey guys, welcome back to Flying in Space with Planet Head. A lot of stuff to talk about today, which is crazy because last night I was going to do a video, or wanted to do a video for today, and had nothing to talk about. So I'm going to kind of try to organize myself here. I want to do a quick, you know how I like to do hints at the beginning of the video, if you know about it, if you don't. Um, if I remember to, I like to do a hint at the beginning. Then I want to do an update, and then I want to do a larger hint. This is a little bit different, a little bit larger, not huge, with a little bit of an editorial, and then start playing because I have finally found a wormhole. Long story short, I've been out in Spain for the last 4 or 5 days, um, and just looking for a wormhole to get out of here with William Pilgrim, and haven't been able to. So we'll get into that at the end, and I'll talk about that. But the first hint is truly about just having fun with Eve. The second bigger hint is more of a editorial about some of the not editorial, uh, a pointer for you if you want to know what's going on in the big groups. So first one is the fun one. So you know that I fly around a lot, and I've had this character for about 2 3 months now, um, and been I use the in-game map a lot, and I like to use the current one, Average Pilots in Space, especially when I'm out in Stain, just for the fact that it shows me how many people are here that might want to kill me. I need to get out of this place. Um, the second one, and this is, if you've never used it, this is what it kind of looks like. Then this is how many people are in different spots. If you go over here, you can just see however more red they are. This is probably Jita here. Yeah, 88 pilots in system right now. It's Monday morning. I'm sure it's slow. Um, but great. If you ever haven't messed around with the in-game map, please do. But the one I want to show you here is just kind of a fun one. It is if you go into personal, and there's so many different positive things here, but I haven't messed around with this a whole lot. Systems I visited. If you click on that, it will actually show you every system that you've actually played in and been to. So you may think that you've traveled a lot, and I travel all over the place, going from wormhole to wormhole to wormhole. Um, but in reality, this is how many spots I've been to. And you can see here, this is the track that I took to get all the way down to Stain when I first flew out of here. I don't want to use this track back out. Why? Because I need to get some stuff out of here that I've gotten. So I'm just trying to find a wormhole home. But yeah, this is just a great little fun thing. I spend a lot of my time over here in Malden Heath, and but it will actually tell you how often you've been someplace. And I think the red goes by how long ago that you were there. So it goes by last visited. So if it's red, you've been there recently. Um, I usually spend most of my time out in Malden Heath, but I was spending my time out here in Tama right before I came out this way. So this is just a great little site, or a great little thing, just for fun to see where you've been and what you've been doing. You can see out here I found some wormholes at one point in time. It tells you what date you found it there. Well, actually, no, that one's, yeah, 5/20, so that was back in May 20th, so 2 months ago. So yeah, kind of cool. Uh, the second one is my update. So if you've watched the last 2 or 3 videos, I flew out here to bring out some salvaged, scavenged goods to my other character, and that's how I came out this route here. And if I'm talking quick, I want to make this video not too long. Um, but I had salvaged some goods off of some wrecks in Tama, which I thought would be helpful to Amanda Rose Pilgrim. And then once I got out here, I wanted to find a wormhole back to get home rather than running that gauntlet of death. Um, and I couldn't find any wormholes first day, so I went and just scanned some. And then the next day, and I was working. I was at my regular job, and I was working 11, 12 hours. So I only had about a half hour each day that I could really play. Um, and I found some relic sites and some data sites, and I scanned them down. And the next day, I think it was like Friday or Saturday, I did the same thing. Still couldn't find a wormhole, but I kept finding these relic and data sites. And literally playing 30 minutes to an hour each day. And that includes me making a few of the videos that I made. Um, and so I finally, after about 4 days now, have found a wormhole to try to get out of here. Um, Now, it is into dangerous space, which will not guarantee that I will find a low sec or a high sec jump, but at least can get me started, or at least a try. So I'm going to do that gameplay at the end of this. Why am I not flying back out the way I came in? Because the route that I came in on is usually very dangerous. You have to be very careful. There are a lot of spots here that can be bubbled. I came right through here. This is kind of cool that I found this. All of these, there's about 5 or 6 really good spots that could be bubbled. And you notice I've only been here once before. I only came through this one way. Now, normally I don't mind losing a ship. I really don't care. But I want to haul the stuff that I've gotten over the last couple of days because it's been really lucrative for me to be out here. I'm not going I'm not going to put this up on the site or the title. I've scanned down 576 million ISK worth of stuff, and I am not exaggerating with this. Probably about a total of 5 hours worth of scanning. I've never had this amount of positive sites that I found. Now, the only thing that I can think of that this might be is that I've gotten better. Well, 2 things. I've gotten better at scanning. I don't mess around. But the second one is the Minmatar liberation thing that's been going on. Um, I'm wondering if either A, there's something systematically that, since there's these exploration sites in Minmatar space that are focused on that Minmatar stuff, that the other sites, the programming, push the other ones, the regular sites out here, or, and this might be more of a realization, people are spending so much time out in Minmatar space doing the sites out there that they're leaving these open for me to get to. Either way, I don't care. And every time they have a Galente, Minmatar, Caldari celebration, I am never going to that system. I'm coming out to Stain or wherever I want to go. Does it sound like I'm interested here? So at the end of this video, I do want to do one larger update, one bigger heads up to anyone who plays before I go and do some gameplay. And that is a suggestion. And that is, let me just pull this up here. One here. I always like to pull up. Wait. Okay. I always like to pull up web pages or sites that are better than mine, or videos that are better than mine. And there's a very good video. I've only watched about 25 minutes of it, but it just came out today. If you saw my last video, it talked about the Mittani who dropped down from Goonswarm. I have no connection to that. I have no connection to large alliances. But it is very important to the game because he was the CEO of Goonswarm. And when I talk about the CEO of Goonswarm, if you go to Dotland, which is the maybe the best third-party site that's out there, and you click on alliances, it will give you a list of alliances that you have. And then if you choose members, Goonswarm is the largest alliance in the game. very close is Pandemic Horde right after it, and Fraternity. But if you look at the difference here, once you get down to level 5, and then you've got the number of systems. So if you think about it, they have half the number of systems, but twice the number of, but the same number of people as a Pandemic Horde. So in reality, they are less spread out with the same number of people. Now I know my understanding is the Pandemic Horde owned systems, but they read things out. I'm not going to get into all that. What I wanted to show you was my other tab here. You might have even already seen it. Talking in Stations today has done a very good video so far. I'm only 26 minutes into it, but I thought I wanted to get this out to you. They are talking about the resignation of the Mittani and the change of the Imperium. And normally I don't like to promote these types of things because I like to tell you about these things, but there is the Imperium News Network, which I'm sure they have their videos. I haven't had the time to watch them yet about this. And you have Talking in Stations. And if you want to know about the difference between the two, you can almost think of the Imperium News Network as Fox News. Don't yell at me. Please don't go nuts on me. They have differences. And you can think of Talking in Stations as your MSNBC or your CNN. They both do a great job of speaking to their audiences. You can flip-flop those. You can say that INN is MSNBC, CNN, or I'm not saying either one is one. I'm saying they are news networks for their groups that talk, I would say 50% to their audience and 50% to their the rest of us that are out here. So I don't watch them a whole lot. When I first got back into EVE, I was really watching a lot of Talking in Stations about a year and a half ago when the pandemic was going on, because it got me back into it. It gave me this news thing. I did not watch as much of the Imperium News Network because it was more focused on the Imperium, but I respect it. But this video here, so far in the first 26 minutes I've talked about, just to give you an idea, Artemis Albosa is right now the CEO of Talking in Stations. Matterall here is the old CEO, I think, of Talking in Stations. He used to run it. He's not on very often, but they've asked him back for today's show because it's so important. Up here is, and I forgot his name, he is one of the leaders of the Imperium. And there's two guys from the Imperium on the show today that I've listened to. And if you ever want to know about, and this is where I go meta. The first part is, if you want to know what's going on about these alliances, I would suggest just watching the first 20 minutes of this video and what's going on with the Mittani dropping out of the corporation or out of Goonswarm. But also, and I haven't watched the rest, so maybe it goes off the rails. But the coming together of this, and this is one of the actual leaders of Goonswarm coming onto, this is like the head of the Republican Party going to talk on MSNBC or AOC going to talk on Fox News. The representative for New York, and they're coming together to talk about this because it's such a big deal, and the meta side of this, and this is I'm not going to paraphrase what you. If you want to go watch it, go watch it. Take from it what you will. My thing to talk about with this is the amazement of watching these guys talking about this and how structured their corporations and their alliances are and how into the game they are. And finally, if you ever want to create a corporation and alliance and think you want to take over all of EVE, watch this show and see everything that you have to do such a thing. Okay? Or do you want to find and get 5 guys and get into a wormhole and hang out there and have fun and blow things up? That's my thing. Or do you want to be a cog in part of these alliances that maybe does stuff for them, which is fun too? That is my meta side of it. Watch this and understand when people say, I have a second job and it is EVE Online from my regular job. Um, my second job is making stupid videos. So, um, that's my uh, big hint of the day. I have successfully offloaded all of my stuff from my ship. My mistake that I made yesterday, I went scanning a covert site with over 100 million ISK worth of stuff in it. I'm an idiot. So what I want to do is try to warp out of here, and I did find the wormhole. Finally, it is a dangerous wormhole. Dangerous wormholes, if I remember correctly, are level 4, 5, and 6 wormholes. They've got tougher sleeper sites, things like that. Um, they don't normally have, I don't think they have static wormholes out of them to low sec or high sec, but they can have random ones. So my goal is either to go into the site, find a wormhole in, or wormhole out to a high sec or a low sec site, or find a wormhole to a regular wormhole that I can get through, then come back here to the station, pick up my stuff, and get the stuff out of here, take it to market, so I can buy more stuff, make better ships, you know. So I have already checked it out. There's nobody in system, so I'm not worried about warping directly to it. And I will go into the. I have not been into this yet. So as anything, anytime you warp into a wormhole, you know nothing about what's on the other side. There could be a guy sitting on the other side ready to kill me. There could be no wormholes there. It could be a shattered system. It could be ugly. But just to show you, the first thing you always want to look at here is showing the info. Leads to dangerous sites. It's beginning to decay. It has not lost its stability yet, and only the smallest ships can go through here. So I only have to worry about little ships like mine. The second thing you always want to do is save the wormhole. So what I am going to do is save the location. Now I'm clicking the wormhole itself. Great suggestion that a guy gave me a couple weeks ago. And saving it for 2 days. Because this wormhole will be gone in 2 days. I don't want to save it forever. I just want to save it for 2 days. And then I'm just going to go ahead and enter on in here. I could hit my micro warp drive. Brain is working pretty well today. Okay, so I got nobody here. Again, save your wormhole before you do it. Go save this location. Now I'm only going to save it for 2 days. To KP, just so I can keep track of it. Submitted. Now there is a Sisters Core probe out already. So somebody is here scanning. What I need to do is get to a safe spot. Location. And I'm just going to pick a random wormhole. Or a random planet and warp to it. Do safe 1. As soon as I get away. Hit my safe spot. Good. Haven't even looked at anything else yet, so I just want to make sure I'm safe. So we've got a safe spot here. We're going to warp back. Descan again. There's a lot of different things that you can look at in a system. You almost have to, it feels like you're alone here. You almost have to assume that someone else is in system. Now I know somebody probably is in system because of those. Now all I'm going to do is hit my micro warp drive once, launch my probes, and then click on up. There we go. Notice now there are twice the number of Sister Score Pros because I launched mine. Looks like we've got some sites here. Now I do want to start doing some filters, but I'm not going to mess around with that right now. All I am doing is looking for a wormhole out. If there are any relic sites or data sites in here, I am not going to bother with them because somebody else is here. So I don't want to take on fighting anybody. This is not a combat ship whatsoever. The only reason I keep my probes or my drones in here is if I want to do a random asteroid belt to get my daily skill bonus. And even then I barely do that. Go. Another trick I've started doing is, since my scan resolution has gotten better, I've actually started to take my my scan probe size analyzation down, not 1 but 2 sometimes, depending on how quick I scan something. So this one right here is probably, I'm going to say this, double click on the actual site. See how it's right over my save spot that I saved here? It is probably that wormhole that I went through. I am just going to scan one more time just to clean it up, but I'm going to almost guarantee, I do this faster normally when I'm not talking. But I will show you another trick. I just start talking when I do this. So that is a wormhole. It is probably to my location there. I'm not going to bother continuing to scan that. But if you notice here, this one right here had been scanned down parts. So whenever I move this down to 2, I can bring this straight over and keep it on 2, not go all the way back up, because I'm pretty sure that it should be able to scan it. It's a relic site. Okay, now I'm going to save myself time, and I'm not even going to think about getting this because, again, there's somebody else out here, and my goal is to find a wormhole out to a new system. This one here, I'm going to take a chance and see if we can do a 2 on that one. And if I was not talking or messing around, I'd be doing this a lot faster. I'm going to stop saying about that. Reason why I'm kind of doing this too is one of my goals when I get, ooh, that is a wormhole. That is a wormhole. Okay. I'm trying to get better and better at scanning because I want to learn how to use combat probes, not to scan down other people, but you can scan down items in a system. In my scavenging style that I've been doing, I can scan down lost drones and things like that out in Tama, because when somebody dies, a lot of times they leave their drones out, and when they do that, a lot of people don't have that on their overview, so they'll leave them out there, and you can go just pick up some randomly good drones, possibly. I don't know if that's going to be lucrative, but I think it might be. Okay, so I found a wormhole. Now here's another trick, too. Now I've got some other sites here that I have not scanned down. So number 1, I'm going to pick one of these, put it up to an 8. Do that. Do that. Double click. Do that. Get my scan probes going. And now, the wormhole that I found. Where's the wormhole I found? while I'm probing, wait, did that wormhole go away? Oh, no, 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 it's green. I'm an idiot. I'm going to warp to 100 of this one while I'm... Set. Oh, I am cloaked up. Not used to having a cloak. You can tell that. Warp to 100. I'm just going to stop trying to do two things at once. So I'm down to 8 probes here. What I'm doing is I'm warping 100 away from this wormhole to see... I don't want to be right on it because somebody could be sitting at it. And I'm wanting to see what the wormhole goes to. Good. Show info. Low sec security. Nice, nice, nice. So we are going to save the location. And I'm going to say low sec. Only for 2 days so it goes away so I'm not filling up my stuff. Now I'm going to warp back to my safe spot. Nobody's in the area, so there's a good chance I might not run into anybody. Let's get our probes in. One major mistake that I have right now, and this is one reason why I want to get home, is I don't have any backup probes. I've only got my 8 regular probes here. You should always carry a second group of probes. You don't have to carry sisters. You can always just carry your regular combat probes. But if I lost connection right now and then wasn't able to get back on, I might not be able to get out of this wormhole. Okay, now I'm going to warp directly to... The reason why I'm doing this, and this is a great point that was brought out to me, I saved the wormhole spot, because if I warp to what I probed down to, it'll warp me to about 8 kilometers outside of it, and I still have to travel to the wormhole. If I save the actual wormhole itself, I warp directly onto the wormhole, and I can enter it. So if somebody is sitting there... Oh, I did not check to see... beginning decay. Okay, good. Very large ships can go through it. Enter wormhole. Please. Again, when you go through, first thing you want to do is just save. And there is a station here. Fan-frickin-tastic. Okay, so I'm going to save the wormhole. Save location. Save the wormhole. Save the cheerleader. To KP, because it's on my way out. Save that. And then first thing I'm going to do is just warp to a... Now there are some sister probes. So somebody's out here. There's a bunch of people out here scanning probes. Next thing I want to do is just do a D-scan. Now this is low sec, so I don't really have to worry about any interdiction probes. All I'm doing now is docking up so that I can take a look to see where Gayar is. Gayar? And Gayar maybe? And here we go. Now this is cheating. Not really cheating. What I like to do is always say, how far away is Jita? Because Jita is your major system. Usually, whenever... Oops. Jita. Jita. There we go. It's only 15 jumps away. Freaking fantastic. Now, how much... And I've only got to get through 2 low sec systems to get through there. But there are some other ones here. So let's go check out it. This is the long version. Let's see if I can go on a safer route. Yeah, so I can definitely get to a high sec position. The reason why I'm looking for this is I have so much loot that anybody who sees me flying around with so much ISK worth of stuff, any ganker might just try to blow me up and they'll kill me like that. So now my goal is to fly back to Stain, pick up my junk, try to get back here and drop it off here, and then wait a couple of days and slowly move that stuff back to where it needs to be. But the first thing I want to do is get it out of stain. This isn't a bad little system. It's got a little bit of, well, it doesn't have any production, but it does have a clone bay. Alrighty, so let's get back home. See if we can get all the way through without dying. It's working out a lot better than I thought it was. I got a little bit lucky finding that wormhole. Although, I'm going to pat myself on the back. I am getting a little bit faster with my scanning. Again, up here, I keep my two things at the top of my screen. You can put these anywhere. You can do whatever you want. But I love having my saved locations right here. It's really quick for me to get to. And then I love having local right here because it gives me an idea of what's going on. And they're right there in front of me whenever I'm playing so that I don't miss things that pop up. Number 2, click there, jump through. I need to get used to doing that. If you noticed earlier when I did the drop down, it didn't go directly through the wormhole. Okay, so now I can warp to my wormhole to KP. And I have to make myself zen because I'm going to carry this 500 million ISK worth of junk out of here. There, I need to get used to doing this. If somebody catches me on the way, I have to be okay with losing it. Nobody in system. Because you can make every precaution, everything set up, and if I get out, if I die moving this stuff, I have to remind myself that this is a game. This is me zenning right now. This is me zenning because this is a major weekend. If I'm able to get this stuff out of here, this is a weekend that I'll remember for a long time because I had a lot of fun, and I learned a lot. So there we go. Got our items here. The other part too is you want to do it quickly because somebody could be watching you. Okay, I got somebody in system here. I'm trying to drop my stuff into my save spot. I think I got kind of flummoxed by somebody being there. So we need to move this into my ship. Okay, we're good. Now we're going to undock. Hopefully this guy isn't sitting on the outside of the station. Do a quick D-scan. Make sure I don't see any. So there's a Crusader here. So I'm going to warp to my safe spot. And I just want to know what a Crusader does. Micro warp drive, energy turret, propulsion, jamming systems, activation cost. So this is a tackler. It's a combat ship. And he is gone. Woohoo! I'm fine with that. I am fine with that. Now the other question is, did he come through the wormhole? That's why I don't do live streaming, because somebody could be following me around right now. I'm going to take this chance. Just a reminder so I don't... 576. Okay, we gotta do this. Scares the living junk out of me. So wormhole. Warp to 0. This is why you save the wormhole. Not save the cheerleader. I'm sorry, save the cosmic anomaly. Warps me directly to the wormhole. Highlight that. So this pops up. Jump through it. Cross your fingers that this guy wasn't sitting on the other side of this wormhole trying to kill me. Nobody there. Good. Warp to the second wormhole. If I seem calm, I'm not on the inside. Come on, baby. I did not Keeping my D-scan up. Keeping an eye out here. Good, good, good. Wormhole. Highlight. Jump. Why am I doing it this way instead of doing the drop down? If you noticed earlier, the drop down didn't work as quickly. That is faster. Good there. Nobody in system. Let's dock this stuff up and drop it off. And if you are wondering if you are going to try to kill me and get my stuff in later days, I am not hauling 500 million ISK worth of stuff in my ship all at once. What I might do is come back to the area, check it out a little bit, and bring some stuff out. But do you see the smile on my face? I got out. I am good. Today's been a good day. Whew. Long story short, this 500 million ISK worth of stuff probably took me, and I am not exaggerating here, I was not able to play very much this weekend, or as much as I would like. I'm currently trying to sell my house, or my other house, my old house, so I'm fixing it up, and I was working 11, 12-hour days. It took me probably 5.5 hours total. So my scanning is getting better. I got pretty lucky a couple spots. If you saw a video ago, I did the convert site. I did save one box, and I ran into this a couple of times. There we go. Where's my snip here? There it is. This was a snip of one of the boxes that I got today. Even it was a single ruin box. 58 million just in that box. I thought it was a dead day. Boom, got that. So I am docked up. Before I do anything else, I am going to not be stupid. Select all and drop all. And that is it. So good day. I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm going to be playing later on. I got to go get some more stuff done on my house. I got some painting, some spackling, some pruning to do over the next 2 days, but I'll be in and out. If you have any ideas, any thoughts, please feel free to comment, or you can message me at William Pilgrim or Amanda Rose Pilgrim, or you can comment in the comment section. Thanks so much for the comments that have been the last couple of days. I've been so busy, I've been able to reply to all of them, but I will get to them soon. And really, there's a big smile on my face. You guys have a great day. Fly safe, fly dangerously, fly however you want. And I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.